Every night, as the sun dipped below the horizon, ancient Egyptians believed the world entered a dangerous time, a time of darkness, fear, and battle. Because when Ra, the sun god, sailed through the underworld on his golden boat, he was not alone. Waiting in the shadows was a monster older than memory, a snake so large its coils could wrap around the world, a beast made of darkness, who hated light. His name was Apep. Some called him Apophis, others called him Chaos. In the temples, priests would gather at sunset, beating drums and reciting protective spells, just to help Ra make it through the night. Because if Apep ever won, even once, the sun would never rise again. But this story begins with a boy named Sabu, who had never feared the dark. Sabu lived near a temple and often watched the priests paint stories on the walls. Stories of Ra's journey and the nightly war. One night during a solar eclipse, he snuck into the inner sanctuary to see the sacred murals by moonlight. As the sky turned black, the air thickened. The torches dimmed. Sabu blinked. The temple walls were moving. Or maybe the images on them were. He stepped closer to a painting of Ra's boat sailing through night, and suddenly the air around him shimmered. He was no longer in the temple. He was in the Duat, the Egyptian underworld. Stars burned like torches in black water. Ra's boat shimmered with gold, crewed by gods. And from the horizon came a hiss. Apep. The serpent was massive, its eyes glowing red, its fangs like temple columns. It rose from the depths, snapping at the sunboat, trying to swallow the light whole. Sabu stumbled back. He was dreaming, or maybe not. He heard Ra's crew shouting. One voice stood out, a lion-headed warrior named Sekhmet, roaring orders. She saw him. You, mortal, strike the drum. At his feet sat a sacred war drum, just like in the temple. His hands moved before he could think. Boom, boom, boom. The sound echoed through the void like thunder. Apep reared back. Ra raised his staff. The serpent shrieked, blinded by the sound and the growing blaze of the sun. And just like that, light. Sabu blinked. He was back in the temple, alone. The eclipse had ended, but he remembered. The hiss of the serpent, the weight of the drum, the moment light won. From that night on, Sabu never missed a sunset. He stood with the priests. He watched the sky. He remembered that even gods need help sometimes, because Apep still waits. Every night he rises again, slithering through the dark, jaws wide, hoping to snuff out the sun. And it's only because of those who remember, those who keep the light, even in fear, that morning comes at all. So tonight, if the wind howls and the stars seem to flicker, maybe don't just turn on the light, maybe beat the drum.